Good evening, everyone. It's Ahmad's world, and we are living in it. Without him today, we do not win that game. So first and foremost, the flowers we give him. We give him today because he was unbelievable, especially that second fucking goal, which we will definitely dive into the details of that. We're not gonna analyze the game first, lads. We're not gonna. We'll get into. Trust me, we will get into that because fuck me, that was depressing for a large part of that. But Sam, Ahmad Diallo is the fucking name. What do you think?
Just do this with your glasses because you're a bit lopsided. Hey, there you go.
I'm so excited. The glasses falling off my face.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I've said this many times. It's fucking criminal that this kid was sat on the bench for so long under Erik ten Hag, and didn't play as many games as he should have done. Because every time he's fucking played, he's bailed us out of something, or grabbed us 3 points, or got us an equaliser, beaten Liverpool. Like, the list is endless with this kid, and it's just ridiculous at this point that a 22-year-old who has been on loan twice, has sat on the bench for the whole of last season, is now our best player by a long fucking mile. Like, unbelievable. A hat-trick in what, about 5 minutes? Like,
I'd say 12, I think it was.
12 minutes. Like, just insane. Fucking insane.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Chivy said to me in the chat, he was like, no, there's a goal coming. And I think even at about whenever he scored the first one, Chivy was thinking, there's probably not one coming here. And his faith was starting to disappear. And then Ahmad popped up and went, hold my, well, he doesn't drink, does he? Hold my cross or hold my Bible, and just goes in and fucking...
Is that the new saying, that hold my Bible?
Well, he's a Muslim.
He's a Muslim.
Oh, sorry. Hold my Quran. Hold my
Quran. There
just
you go.
Hold my yoga.
Yeah. And he's just gone in and just gone, I'll win this game for everyone because everybody else is fucking shit. Yeah. Apart from Zirkzee. Zirkzee deserves a shout out as well.
Absolutely. We'll get on to Joshua Zirkzee. But the way he took that second goal, Chivy, and the third one was kind of very reminiscent of what we've seen in loads of games where he's very aggressive on the front foot, pinches it off him and scores. But that second one, the finish, the little combination with him and Eriksen was beautiful, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is why I like technical players, because this is what they do. Like in high pressure situations, this is what you need. And teams kind of just form that low block, and you can't be. This is where you need technical players to kind of unlock the game. And Eriksen came on and he did it. And, it was great to see. And I'll be honest. I know you guys might not believe me, but I was not worried one bit.
Fuck off.
I was not worried, bro. Like but I understand.
Did you watch the game, Givey? Did you watch the game?
Sam,
it was fucking terrible. It was terrible.
Listen. It's not. Maybe it's just because I'm so old and I've watched so many games. It happens every fucking. You've seen this script so many times. Like teams play. I've seen this with Chelsea. I've seen this with United, Real Madrid. They play crap for 85 minutes, and then they nick the game like 2 goals. Like it happens all. I was not worried, especially when Collier and Zirkzee came on. And the game changed immediately. Them two came on. It changed, and you could kind of see. And so I'm not going to say I knew we were going to win, but I was just like, you just need one goal, and the momentum changes, and that's what happens. Even Southampton, like when they scored, that's when they really got on us. That's when they really, really took over the game, and we kind of just like goals just change games. So I wasn't really worried that much. Of course, I was happy that we scored and we won, but back to. But what was your question, Nick?
It doesn't matter. Just Ahmad.
Yeah.
Just praising Ahmad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the second goal. Yeah, what a goal. Like, easy. Dink, he finishes. I mean, not everybody finishes that, to be honest. Like, that would need a certain amount of skill, a player with a certain amount of ability. So not everyone finishes that. Thank God it was Ahmad. But guys, man, I know we're going to talk about the players, like the terrible players. Guys, Antony's finished.
Oh, mate.
Mate. How do you slide it out of the net rather than in the net?
Why are you sliding? Why are you sliding? No. Just tap it in. You're running onto it. Just tap it in. Like, what are you doing?
I'm not even coming up. It's not even about the goal. Just his general play. Like, he's broken. He can't take a man on at United. Like, he can't take a man on. It wasn't even. I mean, I've seen Lewandowski miss bare sitters. So
Yeah.
I'll let him off. I won't even. I'll let him off. Like, it happens. But man, like, he's finished. He can't even take on players. Like, one player he can't even take on. Like, he's so. I feel bad for him. Like,
Can we?
I don't know how much we're gonna. I don't know how much we're gonna give for
You're
him.
gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to pay people to take him off our
We'll
hands.
pay people to take him. Go on, Sam.
Can
Can
we talk about Zirkzee? Because Nick, you sort of shouted about this from day dot, saying Zirkzee has to start this game, and he didn't. And we saw the limitations with Hojlund. As soon as he came on, Jesus Christ, did he change this game? Like, everything started going through him. He started holding the ball up, bringing people into play like Ahmad and Bruno and stuff like that. I think he was involved in Ahmad's first goal as well. I think he got the thingy down, didn't he? Like, I think that was a mistake from Amram, not starting Zirkzee. Like, I think that was a big mistake. Like, Zirkzee should have started this game.
Yeah.
Can I just say something quickly? Like, I know Zirkzee's been under the cosh, and people have kind of, backed him after the Arsenal game, but I think it's time that he gets a proper apology. Proper apology.
Yeah. For those fans who booed him, need to apologise to him.
From everyone.
Yeah, but also at the same time,
Nick.
like, kind of steady on. He's not been unbelievable. He had a good cameo today, but it's not to say that the next game he can't have a bad performance. But whilst he's playing good, obviously give him his flowers and say it. But I think both of them, up until this point, have been way too flaky. I mean, Rasmus Hojlund today. I know he's young, and I don't want to go in on a youngster. And I know some people might say it's harsh, and he shouldn't be starting. He should be learning off someone. Every single time that ball, whether it was up in the air, on the ground, wherever it went into him, he never won one single battle. And when we're struggling with progression from the back as it is anyway, so then we start going long, and we need someone to pin a centre back and take the ball in. And I know you guys might argue that's not his strengths, that's not what he's good at. He's starting for United. It doesn't matter. You've got to be good on all levels. And he was absolutely dog shit today. Dog shit. He shouldn't be starting for United. He's not good enough yet. He may become that player. He may get to that level. But if you look at the likes of Victor Gyökeres or even Zlatan and players like that, when they was Rasmus's age, Gyökeres was playing for Swansea alone, I think. Like, he might get up to that point, but he can't be starting for United. He's not good enough.
Not in this system. Definitely not in this system. He can't be starting in this system. And like, I used to feel outnumbered before, like earlier in the season, because I've always preferred Zirkzee in that role. Not because I think he's a better player. I just think he's a better fit for the role. The qualities that he has allows everybody around him to play. Now, Rasmus might have the pace. He might even be a better finisher. Who knows, right? But all I'm saying, I used to feel a bit outnumbered whenever I spoke about Zirkzee, and everyone, I kind of got shut down a lot, from people, because I saw this from day one, not from his goal against Fulham, but if you guys remember, before he scored that goal, the connections he was making with the player when he came on, he was the movements and all that kind of stuff, and this is what
Crystal
I saw.
Palace as well. Crystal Palace, he didn't score against Crystal Palace, but his movement and his link-up play.
The movement, And the reason why I was saying asking fans for an apology, Nick, is not because I thought he's amazing and he's outstanding, but it's because he's been here for half a fucking season and people have already written him off. Like, they need to allow players like this to have he's never had a settled run in the team. Hojlund starts game after game after game. He started a couple, but he hasn't had like a consistent run.
5, 6, 7 game run.
5, 6. Hojlund's been playing 70 minutes, 65 minutes every, So for someone who has had limited game time, and to be so, already written off by the fans, like loads of channels, you see that all the time. Everyone's writing Zirkzee off. They're trying to force a move. Oh, maybe we can sell Zirkzee, get rid of him. Barely has had time to play. So this is why I'm saying people need to, I think he deserves an apology because he really changed that. Ahmad was obviously the game changer, but Zirkzee was really, really instrumental in that. And I think maybe fans should take this and learn that sometimes players just need just a little bit more time.
Yep.
Just a little bit, just give them a chance.
Yeah. I think.
Sorry, Nick. Go on.
No, go for it, mate. Go for it.
I don't know if you're going to move on to Yoro, but if you want to finish Zirkzee, because I
Oh
want
my
to
God.
talk on Yoro.
Yeah, I wanted to start with the positives and then we'll move on to the negatives because trust me, there's a lot of negatives in this game. We have just had random guy who's gifted 5 memberships. So there's another positive for you. Big, I would say big lad then. I don't know why. Legend, random. Thank you very much. Dino, Jonathan, TJ, I can't read that name. Bruno Fernandes, okay, and DMG are the recipients of that. So thank you very much, random. We love you. You know that.
I think he meant to say Bruno Fernandes. You know how
Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fernandes.
of course. Right.
Do you remember,
Let me go on.
Do you remember when we found out Fred was called Fredge? Do you remember that?
Fredge, yeah.
That's how
It's like Brazilians and Portuguese and they all got
I'm
mad.
literally just finding out now.
Yeah.
Is it French?
Fredge. That's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Really? Like
And
fridge.
Maguire's name's Fridge. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Anyway, random saying embarrassing performance in general, but a win is a win. Trust me, we will get onto that. Andy saying Zirkzee needs a run of games. Dan saying easy 3 points, never in doubt. Tim99 from tragedy to joy in 10 minutes. If there is anyone new watching, by the way, and you think Ahmad is basically Ivorian Messi, then smash that subscribe button. We're on 10,915. We are 85 off 11k. I can't do maths today, and I certainly can't speak English if you've seen the group chat. Adam saying Ahmad is an acronym for Adam, and the Ivory Coast flag is a reversal of the Irish one. I'll just leave it there. Oh, that's getting pinned. I love that comment.
Mate,
that's getting pinned.
Adam, nobody in the Ivory Coast is as pale as you, my friend. Like, it's bollocks.
I love it though, Adam.
Adam Diallo.
Adam Diallo. Playing devil's advocate, could the slow introduction have actually helped Ahmad? Interesting. I think we might be here for another hour if we discuss that, to be fair, in his kind of progression. Are they Joel Bayer's shades? No, sorry to let you down. They're just shades. They're actually I think from Tenerife, actually, from a Lucky Man.
Is they the ones you wore when you crashed our Instagram live?
Yeah. These are the shades where it's like, there's no humbleness about me at all. It's just, I'm going to be a prick straight from the start because Ahmad's doing well and I fucking, and I love it. UTFR, Zirkzee was good. Hojlund is dog poo. Zirkzee showed up. Well done. Let Hojlund go to Saudi. All right, come on.
Let's chill out.
Jesus
Let's
Christ.
chill out.
It's just so crazy, man. It's mad.
I know, it's mad, isn't it? Sounds like a Scottish person saying fridge. Punch Paint, big up Real Reds talk. You guys are legend. Let's agree to play better against the Seagulls. Cheers, everyone in the chat. We're on the best channel in the business. Onana, great game. Ahmad, legendary. Punch Paint, I love your positivity, man. I love your positivity. And I hate to bring it down to the negativity, but we've got to do it, lads, because that game for 80 minutes, 75 minutes, whatever specific number that you want to give, that was bad. We are talking about categorically the worst team by a margin. Points-wise, goals conceded, whatever metric you want to look at.
If you look at, I think Derby County the worst scoring Premier League side of all time. If you looked at them at this point in the season, they had more points than what Southampton have right now. And
they cooked us, didn't they, for a good 70, 75 minutes. On the ball, off the ball, movement, whatever you want to call it. And a large part of that, Sam, I'll let you lead us in with this, is Lenny Yoro.
Yeah, that Suleimana just had him on toast, rye bread, crumpets, bagels, everything, didn't he? Just
smoked
every single time he got the ball against him, he skinned him, he was past him. Yoro didn't know which way to turn, couldn't get a hold of him. Just, for a quick centre-back, he got destroyed by that Suleimana every single time. And I remember, did you see that point where he was about to get subbed off, that Suleimana, and then they changed their minds when they realised, no, don't do that.
Yoro's like,
Yoro's getting destroyed, keep him on. And they kept him on, and then finally, Maguire got brought on, and they moved the lights out there, and it sort of calmed it down a bit, but Jesus Christ, Yoro, man, like that was a baptism of fire, but it's not even against like a massive team. It was against fucking Southampton, the worst team in the league, and Suleimana made him look like a fucking League 2 player. Like, it was so bad from Yoro. I don't know what happened there. I really don't, but that was terrible.
Is that why it's so surprising, Civir? Because I've watched Yoro in League One. I don't know how much you've seen of it. I've seen him keep up with like Mbappe. I've seen him keep up with really quick players, but he got every time he got the ball, he looks vulnerable, didn't he?
Some players just have. I think I said this in the group chat as well. All defenders just have that one
Yes.
player that just destroys you. And it kind of reminds me of how Torres used to make Vidic look like, fucking Richard Dunn or something. Like,
Oh, poor man.
That's a name from the past. Where have you pulled that from?
Yeah, Titus Bramble. Yeah,
Titus Bramble. Fucking blast.
Who
well
was it?
done, Chivy.
Who was it who
Well
referenced Torres and Vidic in the chat?
It was me.
It's Chivy.
Yeah,
It's one of those,
So
isn't it, as
literally,
well?
It's one of those ones where it's just every time they meet, and it's like he literally, I think it was the second time when he takes Yoro into the box. This is early in the first half.
Yeah.
We could I was like, yeah, he's got his number, and I'm sure he thought the same thing as well. It's so easy. Yoro doesn't scared to go tight, so he has like a yard of space, and he just puts the ball ahead. He knows they can beat him for pace, and then that's it. There's no one double teaming. It's 1-on-1. And when you have a tricky player like that running at you, and it was just one of those ones. I just hope Euro learns from this. I hope everyone doesn't like turn on Euro all of a sudden. Like, it's one of those ones. It happens. Luckily, we got away with it today. But that guy is dangerous, man.
Yeah.
That guy is dangerous. Isn't that what's his name at Newcastle? He had that over Dallo, I think. And then they had to bring
we brought Wan-Bissaka and he shut it down.
St. Maximum did it in the final, didn't it? But
But that was bad. That was a baptism. That was a baptism. And luckily we won, right? Because this could break him.
Yeah, that hurts. I actually thought at one point if he was going to take him off. I didn't know if that was Lenny from Mice and Men or Lenny Yoro at times, the way he was fucking trailing back, man, honestly.
Because he took Hojlund off, didn't he? Like quite quickly. Like I think he lost the duel Hojlund and then Amrin went, nah, you're coming off, you're gone, and brought Zirkzee on. But then he left Yoro on to like late, and I'm like, dude, you need to do something about this. This is not going well at all.
Yeah. Our wing backs today. Like, even Mazraoui didn't have a really good game. Tyler
weren't great.
No.
Tyler even had him on toast, and what he was pushing him back.
He was too deep.
He couldn't leave it. So literally, it was the manager played it really well with the Southampton manager, and he literally just pinned Mazraoui like way back. And even he let he on the offside line as well. He was letting the players in. Like it was terrible.
Yeah,
really bad.
We've got over 100 people in the chat. Let's get to 11k whilst we're live right now. We've got 10,920 subscribers. So if you are new, smash that subscribe button and get your thoughts in. I'm going to go to the comments now, and then we'll go to a few other little kind of tidbits in the game because I do want to discuss a couple of things. What do you think of Amarin saying we don't have the right profiles of players at the club? Lads, I'll throw that to you.
Yeah, we don't. Especially in the top 3 positions, like the top 10s. Like with the midfield, with the defenders, central defenders, we can kind of get away with that. But those double 10s, and we need specialist players. We need world-class players. Because a lot of times, if you notice in our attack, like we're light in attack. And when we're outnumbered, you need a player who's not afraid to take on 1, 2 players, who can hold the ball up, who's smart enough to make good decisions. People like Garnacho, like they would drown in that position. Like I like him, I like him, but it's a position that requires experience. Players like what's his name, the guy at Napoli,
Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah. That's the kind of player you want in those kind of positions. Dynamic players. But yeah, he's right. I don't think we have the right profile for those positions. The midfield defense, I'm comfortable. We can get away with that for now.
Well, sorry, I was going to say, you mentioned the midfield there. Sam, someone was speaking about Kobe Mainu in the chat. He didn't have his best game either, did he?
No, not a good game. Was letting a lot of loose balls, sort of lost the ball quite a lot as well. Was being dispossessed quite easily, which is not like him.
Do you think as well?
Maybe. I'm not sure. Ugarte wasn't fantastic either, to be honest with you. Like, wasn't quite at the races. Both of them just looked a bit off it, and I'm not quite with it. So yeah.
Can I just say, sorry, Sam. I'm not saying he's leggy because of that conversation we had, Civir. I'm not saying I don't know. That's why you smiled when I said it. I weren't saying. No. Oh right, okay. Because I thought you was like, this guy, man.
Yeah.
He's trying to pull up a narrative here. I'm not. I was just
No,
saying
no,
he
no,
looked.
no.
He looked tired, and Ugarte looked tired as well. I thought.
They
Sorry
did.
to
They did.
interrupt.
Yeah, there was
I
just
was
it
laughing
was
because. Sorry, go on.
yeah, like it was a bit worrying, but I think when Collier came on again, made a difference. Had the sort of energy to get around the pitch, break stuff up, made some really important sort of tackles and passes. So I think he shored things up. And then Chivy touched on Ericsson having that technical ability and sort of like passing between the lines and stuff. That sort of helped us go forward with Zirkzee and that. So I think, like Chivy said, Amarin changed the game with the substitutions, like made it more solid, sort of pushed us forward and got us back into the game. But yeah, Menu, Ugarte, Mazraoui, Yoro, or Hojlund, really bad games for all of them.
Yeah.
Really not good games at all.
Collier just kept it simple.
Yes.
Sometimes that's what you need. He
Yes.
literally just kept it simple. Yeah, there wasn't any, and he had a cool head. I was so impressed. And he did the Jack Grealish thing where he like he wasn't playing with shins, like he rolled his socks all the way down.
Yeah.
When I see players do that, I was like, yeah, there's a little bit of swag there. Like that's a confident player.
I've just seen a
But
quote from
the reason I was laughing was because Menu, he does this Pogba thing. You know that thing where
the
put
ball
the foot on the
roll
ball,
and
put the foot on the ball and roll it.
where they play like they have like an extra 2 seconds. That thing where they just take their time. Where it's
like you're in the Premier League. Wake the fuck up.
Keep it going. Just keep it moving. And I don't know. Sometimes he just goes into that zone where he does that. And when you're playing a high tempo game like that, like you can't afford to be doing that. Maybe he's tired. Maybe, like you said, Nick. Maybe he's just leggy. But I don't know.
It looks like he likes you. Someone said the word drowning before.
Yeah.
It looks like he's like, maybe he's got armbands on. He's paddling a bit, but he's not the same player as last season. Obviously, under Erik ten Hag, he was operating more as kind of I would say a more left-sided kind of 8 pushing up high. And we spoke about this before. How he operates really nicely on the box. He can you saw the Wolves goal, for example. That's a perfect. Deeper and trying to retain possession. I don't know.
But let's not forget. Kobe started as a striker. He's an attacking player.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's naturally attacking, and I think we're just trying so hard to box him into this deep playing role where he's not really natural there. He's more of an attacking player, like what we did to Scott McTominay. Like he's not a defense. Yeah. He's not like he goes and plays for Napoli. He's playing forward and he's scoring goals, and I think it's the same thing with Kobe. But,
I've just seen a quote from Amarin, and he's basically he's just touched on what we were saying. He said, "We got difficulties to press high in the moment. The team's not used to that and seen the lack of enthusiasm." No shit. Ugarte late, Kobe Manu late, Bruno going outside, the ball is inside, and in the transition, Yoro cannot catch the guy. It's the small things, and then we get nervous without the ball. Manager sees it, knows exactly what's going on.
Yeah, he will do, and he'll know what it'll take. But
Wait, Sam, sorry, Nick. Sam, so the manager's called out these names.
Yeah.
He's mad. He's angry.
Oh yeah, he will be after that fucking 80 minutes.
I was thinking coming on to this to open it. I was like, right, we can give Ahmad his flowers. I have no problems in that, but you cannot let this result sugarcoat what you just watched on that pitch, because what we just watched on that pitch was shit. They are the shitty. That is the easiest game you get at Old Trafford against Southampton, who are bottom of the league. The easiest you're ever going to get, and they took it to us, and it was the better team than us. Facts. You can talk about us winning it, Ahmad having a period in 12 minutes, whatever you want to do, Zirkzee having a good cameo, but they was a better team in that game, and that's a cold, hard fact.
He's mad because he defends his players every single time. Like he never throws. He's pissed off.
He said, didn't he, before the game? He said, "This game will teach me more about the players that I have than the Arsenal game."
Yep.
Oh yeah,
That's just shown him exactly what he's dealing with.
On that, random guys just put, I don't want this to be true, but this might be one of Garnacho's last games for us. Amarin kept him on for the full game to give him as many chances as possible to prove himself. Thoughts, Sam?
Possibly.
Yeah, there was so much wrong with his game. Normally we're frustrated with Garnacho for decision making. That's normally why we pull him up. But his finishing, Hojlund put it on a plate for him in the first half, and he hits it wide. Really terrible finish, awful. There was a couple of moments where he gets on the outside on the byline next to the goal, loses the ball, doesn't cut it back, lets the ball go too late. it just doesn't see his head just doesn't see him in it. I don't know if I just saw from the Athletic as the game was going on, Napoli have contacted United about a Garnacho on Steen and Whitwell, so there is a transfer trying to happen. Is that in his head? Is he not concentrating? Has he let his head go to him? I don't know, but yeah, he was not great, really not good today. And like you said, the manager gave him the full game to try and get something out of him. And he didn't.
I mean, we need to do something, Chivy, don't we? Because Ahmad is night and day by 100 million, 1,000 trillion miles our best attacking player. And the others just don't seem up for it in a minute. I don't think you're going to get the output that you need. So if let's say, I asked this to Dan in the pre-match build-up, if they do get a fee for Garnacho and they get rid of him, you have to bring someone in, surely.
Absolutely. It would be very silly of us to. I mean, well, first of all, Marcus Rashford doesn't play, so we're down one attacker, and we can't lose the second attacker without replacing him. So there has to be some sort of replacement coming in, or there has to be a plan. Like we can't just lose him without bolstering our attack because we're already light up forward already. As in regards to his performances. Like we were saying earlier, those roles demand a lot from players, and I don't think Garnacho has the qualities to actually deliver. I think if he goes to Italy or if he goes to Spain, he'll have an amazing career because it's more direct than how we're playing now. Like he's one of them players where he just needs, direct football, Atletico Madrid sort of thing. Like he goes and he plays really well, but the role he's playing at now is too demanding for him. And I don't think, he can stay as a squad player, maybe, but honestly, let's just be real. I don't think he fits that. There's too much responsibility in that role, and he can't handle it. That's just the truth.
If you could command a 60, 70 million pound fee, and you're going to the main point of this is if you're going to reinvest the fucking money and buy a player who suits that system, then do it. If you're going to take the money and not and go, oh well, some of it goes over here and some of it goes over there, then United fans don't give a fuck about that. They'd rather keep him. It has to be reinvested. That player who played today for Southampton, Suleimani, who was cooking Yoro?
Yeah.
Someone like him, go and get him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like someone direct can beat a man rapid. I know Garnacho has some of those qualities, but it's more there's more depth to it. We could hear for hours talking about it. You need more in that area.
There's more thinking. It's a thinking role as well as an attacking role. I don't think he has the capacity for that.
Sorry. Just to start here for you, Sam. 3 names here for you: Cole Palmer, Florian Wirtz, and Lamine Yamal. These are the only players across Europe's top 5 leagues, aged 22 or under, to have more goal involvements than Ahmad this season.
That's the company he's keeping, man. That's the company he's keeping. He's in there. Like I think we've all said, Cole Palmer is probably one of the best players in the Premier League right now.
Yeah, Lamal's one of the best players in the world.
Lamal's one of the players in the world right now. Florian Wirtz was one of the best players in last season and is getting high attention from the likes of Madrid, City, etc. So that's the company he's keeping. And I think, I've said it so many times, it's criminal that he's not played as much as he should have done in this team because he's clearly got the quality. He's clearly got the consistency because every single game he keeps backing it up and showing up and saving us. Like he's got it. So I'm glad we've tied him down to a contract to 2030 and long may it continue because he's the only part of United at the minute that I'm enjoying watching. Because after that 80 minutes, I wanted to fire every single one of them because they were fucking awful. But Ahmad, absolutely amazing.
There's a couple of other little small bits that I feel like I've missed out. Onana double save.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh my goodness me.
Fantastic.
Someone referenced in the commentary trivia like Peter Schmeichel. It did have a kind of air of that about it, didn't it?
Man, we're lucky. We're lucky in the first half. It could have been 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They should have won it. They should have won that game.
Yeah, they could have won that game in the first half.
Yeah.
But those double saves, I don't know how he pulled them off. No. I know a lot of them were directly at him. But still, they took a lot for him to.
You've got to get yourself out there, aren't you? You've got to stretch. You've got to, fundamentals.
Really saved us. Yeah. That, sometimes that's a little bit of luck that you just need, to get past it. And it could have been a completely different story. If we went 2 down, I don't care. There's no way we're coming back.
No.
in
You
that
know.
that stadium. The crowd was, yeah, it would have been tough. So yeah, Onana, thank God for that.
I think watching that, Sam, and we can
Yeah.
kind of wrap it up in a minute. We'll get to comments as well to kind of finish off. But watching that for me was like the trust has been broken again. Like, how on earth can you have a performance at Anfield like you did, beat City at the Etihad, and then do what you did against Arsenal, and then do that against the worst team in the league? It's mad, isn't it?
Bruno said in his post-match against Arsenal, I think it was, he said, this doesn't mean anything because if we go play against Southampton and we don't play well, it just shows that the players get up for these big games and they don't for the smaller games. That's exactly what happened. The players got up for Liverpool, they got up for Arsenal, and then they played Southampton and just was like, oh, this will be all right, we'll be fine. And just got absolutely dicked for 80 minutes and just got made to look like absolute shite for like the whole entire game up until Ahmad scored. So it just shows the players' mentality. They think they can stroll into a game at home against Southampton, the worst team in the league, statistically, and they think they can stroll it, and they just got shown their ass. And it's just like, you can't do that. Ruben Amorim said so many times, every single game you have to show up like you did against Liverpool, like you did against Arsenal. Yeah. In the Premier League, that's what you have to do. You cannot get away with just taking it half-assed, because that's what happens to you in those 80 minutes. And these players need to learn that. And if they don't, they need to go, because it's not going to be good enough if they're going to carry on like that.
What worries me, Chivy, is the fact that, if you're doing that against Southampton, you've got Brighton next, who have far better players at the top of the pitch. Far better players. So there's no encouragement, is there? And it's like, yeah, you've had a 10-minute cameo that saved the game. But again, it's Old Trafford. We play Brighton at Old Trafford next, right? I'm pretty sure it's a home game as well.
Yeah, home game.
Yeah. So you're not filled with any confidence or momentum, are you, really?
Zero confidence. Like, you don't really get any. But the only thing you can kind of hope for is that the players sort of like get some sort of inspiration from this, or like, feel we dodged a bullet there, and kind of get up for it. And it's the manager's job to make sure that they understand the implications of what could have happened here today. Because if we lost to Southampton at home, there's absolutely nothing these guys can tell us again moving forward. Nothing. It just shows that they just go on emotions, because they had the emotions for Liverpool. They had the emotions for City.
Absolutely.
They had the emotions for Arsenal. But then when it's time to just, your bread and butter, this is what Fergie used to say.
Professional performance. Just show up, be a professional, and just get it done.
This is what Fergie said. This is what wins you the league. Is when you beat your Southamptons, your Fulham. Sorry, no disrespect to Fulham. I'm just quoting what Fergie was saying. When you beat your smaller teams, that's where you pick up your points from, because you're expected to lose points at City, Arsenal. That's where you drop the points. That's not where you win the league. You have to beat these teams. And then it just shows us that, so all that stuff we did at City and Arsenal and Liverpool, like, that was just for the moment. It just vibes.
He also said win your home games. And we've almost not won a home game in God knows how long up until that last thing. We were looking like we're going to lose another home game. And it's like, under Fergie, that was unacceptable. You won your home games, no matter what. Away games, if you got a point, then fine, and stuff like that. But you had to win your home games. Yeah. And we've been terrible.
We're laughing at City for losing the Rodri and falling off. We're laughing at Arsenal for losing the Saka. What happens if we lose Ahmad?
Yeah, I know. Don't you dare say that. Don't say it. Because I can't. Antony goes there. That's what fucking happens.
Yeah. If we lose him, that's it. That's the season done. So yeah, it feels me, to answer your question, I'm not confident whatsoever going in against Brighton. I'm just hopeful that something bizarre happens. But yeah, I'm not confident at all. Let's give a shout out to what's his name, De Ligt as well.
Oh yeah, there was a tackle he did, a slide tackle. I don't know, like 70th or 80th, just fucking smashed the man. It was on
Slimani. Yeah. Literally, as soon as he had the ball, he went for it. Because when Maguire came in, he moved to right centre back.
Yeah.
Because Maguire went central, and as soon as Slimani had the ball, the Ligt was, I'm taking you and the ball.
Delict was probably like, "You're not gonna do what you did to Yoro to me.
Yeah.
I'm taking you out right now."
I would have looked at
Both
Yoro
of
after
them.
that tackle, and I would have gone.
Yeah.
You know, what's
Yeah.
that meme? The guy goes, "Yeah." I would have
Yeah.
just done that. Deal with it, innit? You know what I mean? Because Delict isn't the
Pick him up,
quickest.
yeah.
It's timing, anticipation,
timing, yeah.
spacing.
Yeah.
That's what it's
Let's
all
go
about.
tight. Let's go tight to him, but
Yeah.
what do I know?
Yeah, what do we know? We're not centre backs, are we? You'll be glad to know, Sam, United are now up to 12th in the league on 26 points. Still,
Still not in the top half of the
still
table.
not in the top half of the table. We're 4 points behind Fulham, 5 points behind Brighton. Even if we beat Brighton next, we'll still be
can't
behind them
overtake 'em.
and still be 2 points behind them. So that's the reality of the situation that we're in. Imagine if we would have fucking lost that game.
Oh, I would have hung myself
Which is
on live. Like,
oh
like
my
I
God.
couldn't deal with
I
that.
think your expectations are too high. We just need 14 more points to be safe. That's what we need.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
just,
I don't even know if
we just
40
need
will
to
get you
stay.
saved nowadays. I don't have a clue. Fuck knows. But
No.
look, that could have been very, very, very different conversation.
Yeah,
had we
do
lost
you
that.
realize that if we lost this game, this would have been like a relegation decider, like a relegation
yeah.
battle? So,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Madness in it. Our narrative can flip so quickly. When you got players like Mr. Diallo doing what he's doing, he is the man of the match. I'm not going to ask that question. It's the obvious one.
No.
He's
unbelievable. Good luck picking a United player out of that for fucking man in the match.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's
mean? Like
impossible, innit?
Jesus Christ.
But I think just to kind of sum up, Zirkzee, Ahmad,
Collier.
Lit, Collier,
Onana
for the saves. Apart from that, mixed bag for me personally. I think there's probably ones you go, he played all right. Ericsson was okay when he came on, but apart from that, I mean the assist, in fairness, for Ahmad's goal was fucking unreal. But look, a lot of work to be done. God knows what's going to happen with Rashford. God knows what's going to happen with Garnacho. This is let's just drag it along until the end of the season, and then we'll just see what the fuck we can do in the summer and get the right profiles for this system, because it's so clear and obvious. A lot of these players do not fit it. So let's see what happens, lads. I'll finish off on these comments, and then I'll let these two go get a cup of tea and a Werther's, because they're due the bedtime soon. So put Bates.
We don't have tea before bed because it'll keep you awake. So we don't do that.
So you have decaf, don't you?
Yeah.
Decaf, a little knitted blanket.
Yeah.
A Werther's. Yeah.
Above real.
Yeah, and then Agatha Christie on the TV just to fall asleep too. Yeah.
Chivy's teaching me how to knit, doing like the needles and stuff like that.
Yeah. Can knit Ahmad. I don't know. Can't think of anything. He's 20 and he's played so many games so fast on the 10. I almost ran him into the ground. I love Garner and I'll go to bat for him every day of the week. When he passes the ball, it's usually an assist. Yeah, that's because he passes it once.
He never passes the ball.
I would give Garner another season or two. That's from Random. Interesting. Andy's saying if we get better than Garnacho, sell Simple. UTFR, Antony should play more defensive for that incredible save on the line.
It was like a clearance, wasn't it?
It was
look like a clearance.
Legit.
Like he slid in and
if you flip that and put him in a fucking Southampton shirt or whatever, like...
That's a clearance.
Yeah, it is. Behave. We're not comparing 20-year-old Garnacho to Ronaldo. Yeah, there we go. We'll leave it at that, people. Look, nearly 3,000 views on this one. Appreciate every single one of yous. Hit that subscribe button. I know that performance was a piece of shit, but we're still feeling positive slightly after Amad Diallo's performance. We'll be back tomorrow with more analysis, more transfer stories. So stay locked in.
Have we got to do the thingy preview tomorrow? Brighton. We play on Sunday, don't we?
Oh, yeah. Game's coming thick and fast now. So it's time to switch that thing and go, right, lads, how are we losing to Brighton? Yeah. Let's
Ciao, Pedro.
Yeah, Pedro. Good luck, boys. Anyway, appreciate every single one of you. Appreciate Chivy and Sam's time. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Come and tune in at 12 o'clock and 7 o'clock.